So the question goes thus: why do people change suddenly after marriage? There is no sudden change after marriage. There is no change that is even sudden. There is always a process to every change that we experience. One person might not just pay attention to the different things that are occurring that would eventually lead to the what people generally call sudden change, but in reality there is nothing like sudden change because there's a process to everything. And before things usually escalate, there is usually one person not paying attention or one person taking the other person for granted, right? There is also the fact that people enter marriage with the arrival mentality, and they never really prepared for the marriage, but they prepared for the wedding. So when they got married, they had this the arrival mentality. They're like, I've gotten what I wanted, so there is no point doing whatsoever again. So there is nothing like people have their character, they can mask their character and have the wedding and then show up in their true form and true character. But that will not happen with somebody that is listening to God, with somebody that has the spirit of discernment and is able to discern and fish out what the other person is hiding long before they get to the altar and say vows. There is also a stage where people settle for feelings and needs, unmet needs, and ungodly desires, right? Because ungodly desires have a time, a very short lifespan. Immediately those things are fulfilled or met, they go to the next thing that they see, right? They get easily bored. Ungodly desires, that's what one of the primary things that God usually works in a person before he lets them settle down maritally is their desires, aligning their desires with the desires of God, because ungodly desires have a very short lifespan, and once it's met, it can cause people to change suddenly, like what people call sudden change. They had just unmet desires, and when they are met, they move to the next thing, right? They don't feel any desire to continue again because pretending is so tedious that it's better to just reveal the true character and move on. Pretending is like people usually say bad character is like someone farting or making poops, right? Because eventually it's going to smell. You can't keep it for long and you can't hold it for a very long time. So that's it. There is no sudden change. Everything is always packed and kept and waiting for the right moment to unfold.